lovelies, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura and today we're going to be talking about the history of Chanel No. 5 and how it became the world's most famous perfume. So thank you GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. So Glasses USA is great because it cuts out the middleman. They offer prescription glasses at up to 70% off retail prices. Now you can shop for prescription eyewear online at affordable prices, without leaving your home and free shipping to your doorstep. You can add any type of prescription to almost any pair of frames, including sunglasses. GlassesUSA.com offers over 6,000 styles of eyeglasses and sunglasses, including in-house brands like Muse and Amelia E, and designer brands like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Armani, Gucci, and many more. You can find every conceivable style and color, as well as specialty glasses like sports glasses, safety glasses, and kids glasses. Shopping online at GlassesUSA.com means a risk-free shopping experience, free shipping and returns, 100% money-back guaranteed, full refund within 14 days of delivery, no questions asked, and a 365-day product warranty. And the price point is super affordable, so a complete pair of glasses, frames, and lenses starts at only $30. Free basic prescription lenses are included with every frame. They also have blue light glasses, so GlassesUSA.com offers blue light blocking lenses that can be applied to any pair of glasses on site. And they also have a virtual mirror, which is super fun, and it's really easy to use. You just upload a photo of yourself and you can try it on any frames and see what they look like on your face. And these ones are reading glasses with the blue light lens in them. And I really like the retro style. And the second pair I got is the Muse brand, and this one is called Elliot, and it again is a super vintage look again. I love the clear kind of cat eye look to these, and they're super comfortable on my face. And lastly are a pair of sunglasses that I got, and these ones are by Muse again, and I particularly like these ones because they reminded me of Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. They definitely have that Holly Golightly inspired frame, and they're super comfortable on there, and they're very glamorous. I love the look of these ones as well. So make sure you click on the link below to shop my glasses and get 65% off your first pair, and I'll link this below in the pinned comment and in the description box. All right, let's jump right in and talk about Chanel No. 5.
The story of Chanel No. 5, the world's most popular perfume. Every year, thousands of new perfumes are released, but only one has genuinely weathered the test of time, remaining as popular now as it was over a century ago. Since its introduction in 1921, Chanel No. 5 has graced vanity tables all over the world, becoming synonymous with sophistication and luxury. It has been worn by Hollywood elite for decades, including Marilyn Monroe and Sharon Tate, to name a few. The mystique of Chanel No. 5 was built on myths that were formerly difficult to verify, but historians have since found what is most likely the genuine story behind the legendary fragrance's birth. Here we will look into the origins of the world's best-selling scent and its rise to fame. It's worth noting that Coco Chanel's life story is riddled with contradictions. Gabrielle Chanel was born in Saumur, France on August 19, 1883. Despite the fact that Chanel has become synonymous with luxury, she was born into a poor household and her early years were far from glamorous. Gabrielle and her two sisters were placed in the Sisters of the Sacred Heart orphanage in Aubusson by her father, Henry Chanel. When she was 12 years old, following the premature death of her mother, Jean Chanel, her two brothers were sent to work as farm laborers with a local family. She was nurtured by nuns who taught her to sew, a talent that she would use for the rest of her life. Gabrielle left Aubusson at the age of 18 and went to work as a sales assistant in the Maison Grand-Père shop in Moulins, while also performing as a singer in cafes and clubs in Moulins and then in Vichy. During this period, she was given the nickname Coco. She claimed that it was a shortened version of coquette, the French word for kept woman, which she had been for a number of years. Chanel's initial fashion endeavor was aided by two guys. She met the son of a textile industrialist in her early 20s, and he helped her start a millinery business in Paris. She eventually left him for Captain Arthur Edward, an English aristocrat whom she referred to as her true love, who helped her support her early career. Chanel subsequently reflected on this period in her life, saying, "Two gentlemen were outbidding for my hot little body." Chanel founded a hat boutique in Paris in 1910. As her business grew and she began designing garments, she opened up several other boutiques. By the early 1920s, this young woman had become a fashion sensation in France. Perfumers made perfumes and fashion designers created garments until the 20th century. Although certain designers and fashion companies dabbled in scent production as early as the early 1900s, the renowned fashion French couturier Paul Poiret, one of the great designers of the 20th century, is widely recognized with being the first to create the distinctive fragrance. In 1911, Poiret released Parfums de Rosine, a scent he co-created with his wife and named after his daughter. Chanel was eager to follow in his footsteps and pushed her booming fashion business to new heights by the early 1920s. She wanted to develop a fragrance that reflected the new, sophisticated woman she embodied and designed for. Perfume, she once explained, is the unseen, unforgettable, ultimate accessory of fashion that signals your coming and prolongs your departure. The story of Chanel No. 5 begins in the late summer of 1920, when Chanel and her then lover, Grand Duke Dmitry Pavlovich, went on vacation to Côte d'Azur. There she met Ernst Buch, a sophisticated and well-read perfumer who had worked for the Russian royal family and lived near Grasse, the world's perfume capital. Chanel encouraged him to create a trademark aroma for her that smells like a lady, not like a rose. Rather than creating a simple flower scent or a single note scent, as was the fashion in the 1920s, Buch experimented with a mix of notes and months later provided Chanel with little glass vials holding trial scents number 1 to 5 and 20 to 24 for her consideration. According to folklore, she chose the 5th vial because she believed that number 5 was magical. She says, "I present my collections on May 5th, the 5th month of the year. So let's leave the number it bears, and this number will bring it good luck." The chosen recipe was a bouquet of notes that comprised of jasmine, ylang ylang, May rose, and sandalwood, which debuted in 1921 alongside her current collection. It also has one final abstract ingredient that has never been used in perfume before. Buch had fearlessly added a large dose of aldehydes to the 5th sample, a unique synthetic component that would intensify the note and give number 5 its unmistakable, clean aroma, suggestive of freshly laundered clothes. Of course, it's widely assumed that the concoction was a result of a laboratory error, with his assistant accidentally adding it. Regardless, the perfume's high amount of aldehydes meant that the scent would remain on the wearer's skin for a long time, making it more acceptable for the contemporary ladies with busy lifestyles and diverse tastes. "It was just what I hoped for," says Chanel. "It's a perfume unlike any other. A woman's perfume with a woman's smell." Then there was the bottle's elegant rectangular design, which contributed to the perfume's universal appeal. Some suggest medicinal glass vials inspired the bottle, but the number 5 bottle was most likely meant to resemble a whiskey decanter in exquisite, expensive, delicate glass. At Chanel's request, her late boyfriend, Capel, who had died tragically in 1919, was fond of the whiskey decanter, which he had always adored. A basic white label with black sans-serif text was placed on the bottle. The perfume was finished off with a diamond stopper inspired by Paris Place Vendôme. The first Chanel No. 5 bottle, manufactured in 1921, differed from the current Chanel No. 5 bottle. The original container had small, delicate, rounded shoulders and was sold to select clients in Chanel stores. When Chanel Perfumes was incorporated a few years later, the glass proved to be too thin to withstand shipping and distribution, so the bottle was redesigned with a thicker glass and square, faceted edges, the bottle's only significant design alteration. Chanel had intended to give No. 5 away for free as a Christmas gift to a select group of her fashion house's consumers. When she initially displayed the scent in her Paris boutique on May 5th, 1921, alongside her latest fashion line, she grasped its full financial potential as soon as she witnessed its immense enthusiasm. Chanel's clientele loved Chanel No. 5, but it was produced in extremely small quantities at Buch's laboratories. The curator of Galeries Lafayette, Théophile Bader, wanted to sell No. 5, so he introduced Chanel to Pierre and Paul Wertheimer, two businessmen. The four signed an agreement in 1924 to form Parfums Chanel, a new corporate organization. The Wertheimers agreed to supervise manufacturing of their factories and marketing and distribution of the perfume in exchange for 70% of the profit and a 20% finder's fee from Bader, who would also aid with the distribution. Chanel would only get 10% of the profits. Chanel launched a lawsuit believing she had been duped to gain more control over the firm and a larger share of the revenues. As No. 5 grew in popularity and money, she sued several times to have the terms of the contract renegotiated. And she even spent more than 20 years seeking to win full control of the perfume company. According to Axel Madsen's biography, Chanel, a woman of her own, the Wertheimers had a lawyer on staff by 1928 who dealt exclusively with the designer, while she claimed that Pierre Wertheimer was the bandit who screwed me. Not everything about Chanel No. 5's past is opulent, and it's no secret that Chanel had some dubious beliefs and relationships during her lifetime. She not only had an affair with a prominent Nazi official and consented to be a spy in the service of the Third Reich during World War II, but she also decided to use Nazi laws to take over her perfume company from the Wertheimers. The Wertheimers brothers' firm and ownership were vulnerable to Nazi seizure since they were Jewish. The designer used the Aryan laws and all of their ties with the high Nazi officials to try to transfer the company into her own hands and steal it from the brothers. Chanel was never held accountable for the Nazi activities during World War II. According to Halavon's book, Sleeping with the Enemy, she took a lot of time and effort to try to erase this from her past. This endeavor failed when she discovered that the Wertheimers had sold the company to a non-Jewish Frenchman called Felix Amiot before escaping to America. She was brought in for questioning after the war when authorities in Paris began investigating Nazi collaborators only because Winston Churchill intervened on her behalf that she was freed without being penalized for her actions. Most people are unaware with Chanel's past and Nazi affiliation. The Wertheimers reclaimed the Chanel perfume company and renegotiated Chanel's original 1924 contract, granting her 2% of the global perfume sales and making her one of the world's wealthiest women. In 1954, she made a triumphant return to the fashion world. Aided by the two brothers who remained silent about her Nazi affiliations, realizing that exposing her would jeopardize their entire business operation. Chanel No. 5 was an instant hit, thanks to Chanel's sudden celebrity and clever marketing strategies. Initially, she encouraged her customers to sprinkle the perfume on their bodies whenever they wished to be kissed, according to the film The No. 5 War. She revolutionized scent advertising when she used her image to promote Chanel No. 5 in Harper's Bazaar in 1937. She appeared in full splendor in the magazine, published in the midst of a worldwide depression, informing the world that she was living the pinnacle of luxury scent. The lavish advertisement was successful, and advertising became an important part of the brand's ongoing success. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, the perfume was featured in dazzling ads with taglines like, "Every woman alive loves Chanel No. 5. However, the best publicity that No. 5 ever received was not in the form of a commercial. When Marilyn Monroe first appeared on the cover of Life magazine in April 1952, she single-handedly revolutionized the notion of scent. Monroe responded to a reporter's question about what she wore to bed with 5 drops of Chanel No. 5 and nothing else. "I don't want to say that, but it's the truth," she explained. Monroe gave a second unprompted endorsement during a photo shoot for Sidney Skolsky's piece in Modern Screen in 1953. A Chanel No. 5 bottle can be seen on Monroe's bedside. Chanel understood the potential of celebrity endorsement after Monroe's provocative remark. Brand went on to sign some of Hollywood's most well-known faces, including Monroe, throughout the years. In 1969, French actress Catherine Deneuve agreed to be the fragrance's face for the next 10 years, followed by Carol Bouquet, Candice Bergman, Lauren Hutton, and later Nicole Kidman and Audrey Tautou. Brad Pitt was the first male to advertise the scent, and later on Lily Rose Depp, to name a few. Celebrity endorsements and advertising helped to establish and sustain the fragrance's opulent attractiveness and popularity. During the Super Bowl halftime show, Chanel No. 5 was the first scent to be advertised. Andy Warhol's pop art silkscreen series Ads Chanel solidified number 5's iconic status in 1980. Chanel repurposed Warhol's representations of the fragrance bottle in their high-profile advertising campaigns. Chanel died in her room at the Hotel Ritz in Paris, where she had lived for more than 30 years, on January 10, 1971. At the time of her death, she was 87 years old and actively still designing. After a length of time, Jacques Wertheimer purchased the House of Chanel's controlling interests, but by 1974, the company had shrunk to the point where only the perfume line and the original boutique remained. Jacques Wertheimer's son, took over the company in 1974 and redesigned it by emphasizing the legacy and popularity of Chanel No. 5. By 1983, Wertheimer had persuaded German designer Karl Lagerfeld to abandon his contract with fashion label Chloe and take over as the main designer for Chanel. The brand had returned to its previous celebrity-centric marketing. Lagerfeld was tasked to bring the label back to its former splendor, which he accomplished in a record time. Chanel No. 5 is still a household name today, just as it was when it was first introduced with a wide spectrum of age groups. The brand's exceptional marketing contributes to the brand's success. The decision has paid off as Chanel No. 5's rich history, fame, style, and sales. One bottle of Chanel No. 5 is sold every 30 seconds. So it's crazy to think that this perfume that's been around for just over 100 years now is still super famous today, and it's super iconic, and everyone knows Chanel No. 5. I feel like it's the most popular perfume in the world. At first, I never really liked it, to be honest, but it's starting to grow on me, and I have an eau de toilette version, which is like a lighter version, and I love to spray it on me before bed, kind of like Marilyn Monroe. I also have a perfume version too, which is a little bit stronger, but I feel like it really grows on you, and it's quite a timeless scent. I don't know, I really like it. It's very sophisticated, it's unique, and I really like owning kind of a piece of history, and I love the look of the bottle too and the stopper. So let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you want me to do any other videos like this.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you're a fan of Chanel No. 5, and if not, what is your favorite perfume?
Thank you GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to click the link below in my description box to shop my glasses and get 65% off your first pair.